Hey, hello and good evening. Charlotte, North Carolina, 3 of them. That shit goes uphill like it's going downhill. I've never ridden on one, but it's an incredible thing to see. This shit goes uphill as if it's going downhill. This is the intersection of Trade and Tryon, otherwise known as Independence Square, although I'd never really hear people in Charlotte using that terminology, that phraseology. But today is Friday, August 23rd, 2024 in Charlotte, North Carolina at 4:59 p.m. I'm about to be on Central Avenue in about half an hour. This is CMPD Central on the way to CMPD Eastway. Those things look really hard to balance. What was I about to say? That type of shit, you know who buys that type of shit? Cops buy that type of shit. That like weird shit like that. Anyway, there's a banner over there promoting Tennessee and NC State a month from now. Well, not a month from now, it's the 23rd, so it's in about 20 days, 15 days from now. That's the Duke Mayo Bowl, ACC bowl game. What else am I looking at over here? Halal Cart is a Charlotte staple. They're there not 24/7, but 365 days a year. That's a cheesecake food truck over there. They sell cheesecake. There's one of those like Queen City tours, golf cart tours. And I've seen that one before on College Street. I don't know what that golf cart is. It kind of looks like a Ford Model T crossed with like a golf cart. Let me see if I can get like a model or something. Model. See, it looks like a Ford Model T and like a golf cart had a baby or something. Independence Square has an Overstreet Mall entrance. A lot of these buildings in Uptown are connected through a network of sky bridges. You can take that network of sky bridges from the Bank of America Corporate Center to the Wells Fargo Corporate Center. And it's like a really long food hall. It's like a really long food court, essentially. The main part of it is right there. There's also like these 4 bronze sculptures at each corner of this intersection. They each represent a different guiding principle. This one is transportation. That one I think is future. The other two, I believe, are commerce and technology. See, let's see, this is the southwest quadrant of this intersection. They've been excavating here almost every day over the last 2 weeks. There used to be a water feature over there. That's why that wall looks kind of bare. It was like an artificial cascade with like a pool at the base of it. It was like a waterfall. And it was a very welcome reprieve in these hot summer months where the heat feels like it's suffocating you. But I think they're building a high rise here. There's enough space to build a skyscraper here. It looks like that's what they're doing. And I'm waiting on the CityLinks Gold Line, the eastbound to Sunnyside Avenue. I'm about to be on Central Avenue in a few minutes, in about half an hour from now. As you can see, this is fare free right now. As of right now, it's fare free. And I'm out here making history. Out here making history one day at a time. I'm out here making history one day at a time, making Ardrey-Kell proud. I'm an Ardrey-Kell graduate. It's spelled A-R-D-R-E-Y space K-E-L-L. I'm out here making Ardrey-Kell proud, making history one day at a time. We all move forward. What sets me apart is that I can go backwards in time. I'm a time traveler. I'm trying to build a video timeline, video archive. It's not always about me. That's why sometimes I'm quiet and just let the surroundings speak for themselves, which is what I'll do this is supposed to be here at like 5:03 p.m. or something. It's probably a few minutes delayed, but Let the cars do the rest of the talking. And I got some words of encouragement. I think last year it was somebody in Uptown. He saw me vlogging, and he said something like, he was like, just keep doing what you're doing, because somebody's gonna find your shit interesting. And it's gonna make a difference. And if I don't do it every day, then there's no point. If I don't do it every day, it's just a waste of time. But it makes a huge difference if I do it every day consistently and don't take any breaks. So, alrighty then. Hey, last year, by the way, I was at that bowl game last year. It was Duke. I forget who Duke played. That's not the same thing as the ACC football championship game. That's later in the year. I think that's in November or December. They're both at Bank of America Stadium, though. I wonder how much the ticket is going for right now. Now, the college bowl game process has always kind of confused me. Neither of my parents went through a four-year school like that. My younger brother is actually the first person in my family to go to a four-year university. I think he's a junior at the University of Alabama, which is a really good school to go to if you like college football. But that's predetermined. That's predetermined. I can actually go online. You can go online and find out who's playing in next year's Duke Mayo Bowl. They probably already decided. Has nothing to do with your regular season standing or your national ranking. And there's some people on that golf cart over there. It's a Friday night. There's always a decent crowd out here every night of the week for different reasons. It's probably going to be, this is about average over here, but it's not happy hour yet. It's not happy hour yet. Well, it's happy hour right now. It's finally happy hour. Yeah. This is from Ardrey-Kell County. Look, yeah, see? Statesville. Ardrey-Kell County is, Charlotte is in Mecklenburg County. Ardrey-Kell County borders Mecklenburg County. That's Ardrey-Kell County public transportation system. Say my whole hood got it under investigation. There's a Bank of America tower. The address there is what? Look. What does that say? Industry. That's Bank of America Tower located at 100 North Tryon Street. That's the spelling of Tryon over there. The only reason I do that is because YouTube automatically adds closed captioning to all my videos. It does a phenomenal job, a near flawless job transcribing the audio into text. The only time it has difficulty is with place names or sometimes with the spelling of names. So that's how you spell Tryon over there, Tryon. T is in Toronto, R is in Roanoke, Y is in Yonkers, O is in Orlando, N is in Norfolk. Bank of America headquarters is at 100 North Tryon Street. They're one and only HQ. They've been here since day one. They did not relocate here from another city or state. They were first incorporated in Charlotte, North Carolina. They are the largest financial institution in the United States of America. That is the tallest building in Charlotte and in North Carolina, and the second tallest in the Southeast, behind only the Bank of America Plaza building in Atlanta, Georgia. One Independence Center. There's another food court. There's a food court over there called the Overstreet Mall. And there's another food court on that side of the street called Monarch Market. Monarch Market is 13,000 square feet. And there's a little bit more options at Monarch Market actually than there are at the Overstreet Mall. There's also a Marriott Hotel at 100 West Trade Street, which is right there. One of 3 Marriotts in Charlotte. There's also one in South Park near the South Park Mall, and one across the street from UNC Charlotte. And I gotta plug this in because it's almost out of battery, but look, there's a map over here of Uptown. There's quite a few of these in Uptown. Almost every intersection has one. And yeah, I'm here right at the geographic center of the city of Charlotte and of Mecklenburg County, otherwise known as Independence Square, although I do not really hear that phraseology being used by native Charlotteans, by locals, excuse me. So it's like a quadrilateral 12 by 12 grid comprised of 144 city blocks. It's about 2 square miles altogether. And the parameters are clearly defined because it's bound on all 4 sides by interstate highway. I-77 on the western fringe and I-277 on the other 3 sides. I-277 is not a full-blown interstate. It's an offshoot of I-77 beginning at exit 9, and then it rejoins I-77 at exit 11. Exit 10 is Trade Street. I-277 is what connects all the different inner city neighborhoods with one another, like South End, Dilworth, Midtown, Plaza Midwood, Noda, Belmont, Optimus Park. I-277 is what connects all these different inner city neighborhoods adjacent to city center with one another. Wesley Heights. Uptown is divided into 4 wards. First ward is probably the sketchiest in my opinion. Second ward is the government district. Third ward is like where Bank of America Stadium is, where the baseball field is. And then fourth ward is like more historic. And this thing is kind of late. It's supposed to be here at 5:03. There's the westbound to French Street, still waiting on the eastbound to Sunnyside Avenue. And I don't even see it. Well, I might see it. I think it's all down there by Mint Street. I was watching some of these at home 2 days ago. They all turned out pretty good. I was like watching these at home trying to figure out like if I'm seeing the same thing that everybody else is seeing, if I'm hearing the same thing that everybody else is hearing. Maybe people are hard of hearing or have some issues with their vision, because I was trying to figure out what if anything was controversial about what I was doing or saying. So I was watching these at home a couple days ago. They all turned out pretty good. There's some cops on bicycles. This is CMPD Central. Their address is 700 West 5th Street. They're probably going in there. They like hanging out at the Independence Center sometimes. But their address is 700 West 5th Street. Captain here is named Stephen Fishback. Stephen Fishback. On 4th of July, there was like 200 of those cops on bicycles at this block and at 5th Street and by the ballpark. It's like the fireworks and they sound like gunshots. So there's like literally like 100 of them right there, and it was like 100 of them at 5th Street. It was like probably 300 cops on bicycles within like a 3-block span. That was on 4th of July. I have that video somewhere. I have that video on a different YouTube channel. On a different channel. I'll probably get my old channel back in like a week, maybe 10 days. Like they're waking this guy up. This is like ridiculously delayed. What time is it? When they do that, when they delay the fucking train just because I want to get on it, they delay everybody. You know, if they want to change the schedule, they can do that citywide, but they're not going to change it just for me. I've already said this. Use your common sense, people. This shit is fare free too. So now everybody's like, you know, this guy's trying to go home, got another person trying to get to work. And it's just like, why? It's like, well, what is the purpose of this? What does this accomplish? This is super counterproductive to everybody. If you have a problem with me, then you better be very specific with the date and the time and a very specific description of what exactly it is that I did, because I've never done anything wrong anywhere in this city. It's like this collective hysteria that people have. There it is, finally. Shit was like, it's pulling up right now. I'm not gonna go back to Steel Creek. I don't like the way people treat me over there. I don't like the way they act over there. I might go to like Airsley, but I'm not gonna go to Outlets Boulevard anymore. I don't like the way people act over there. It's like, you think I'm stupid or something? Yeah, I'm gonna just stay over there and be a sitting duck. Like, when I could just be over here where there's like almost no risk involved. And the thing I like about Uptown especially is the bachelor's degree. Is the bachelor degree workforce of Uptown Charlotte. 27,000 Wells Fargo employees, 10,000 Bank of America employees, all of whom are wielding a bachelor's degree or higher. So in Uptown, I feel like Central Division of CMPD, they're more likely to follow protocol. and do things the way that they're supposed to, because it's a bunch of witnesses here with a bachelor's degree. Who are you kidding? You know? So I like Uptown. It's a little bit more egalitarian. It's a little bit more egalitarian. I like Uptown a lot, really like it. You know, it's always about collaborating, right? What's the core 4 guiding principles? Community collaboration, professional accountability, employee wellness, and crime management. It's always about collaborating all the time. I'm very comfortable getting in front of a camera and talking to anybody. It's always about collaborating all the time. Always about collaborating all the time. Collaborating. You can't collaborate without communicating. Communication, communication, communication. I'm trying to bolster my community and usher in a new age of prosperity. Trying to bolster my community and usher in a new age of prosperity. This is a new enlightenment age, age of enlightenment. Moving on to a new chapter.